Welcome back, welcome back. For years, Khartoum has been called one of the safest cities in Africa. This all changed a month ago when one Darfur rebel group, the Justice and Equality Movement, JEM, reached Khartoum's twin city Omdurman for the first time. According to the Sudanese government, more than 200 people died in the attack, leaving the peace process, such as it was, in tatters even more. So what exactly are the rebels fighting for in Darfur, and is there any hope of finding peace with the government? Just two of the questions. We want to find a response from a senior JEM rebel, Dr. Tahir El-Faki. Dr. El-Faki, welcome.
Thank you very much.
First question, what was the point of the raid to Omdurman? Obviously, militarily, you weren't going to take over Omdurman or take over Khartoum because you'd be outnumbered. What was the point of it?
Our objectives were four going into Omdurman. Omdurman was not specifically targeted. What we did, we were targeting the headquarters of the government and the palace. Our first objective was to topple the government. I have to say straightforward, we have to topple the government because this government has shown it's not a government that is respecting the will of the people. It is undemocratic. It has resulted in calamities, 2.5 million dead in the south. Now, over 4.5 million people either displaced, killed, or made internal refugees.
But how can just having a few people going into Omdurman change that?
It is not a few people going on. We are a movement that has establishment, that has a constitution, that has all the strategies in place should we, or if we were successful in taking the government. We would have worked with the political parties and especially the SPLA in forming a new government that would replace So
you really hoped to overthrow the government a month ago, so you were disappointed, obviously, that you didn't.
We were close to doing that. We were surely close to doing that. There were some mistakes by us and some natural obstacles, but we have to say time and time again that we are not going to be deterred by what happened in the past. We are going again to pursue that objective.
And in terms of your objectives, one of the things that, in fact, some of the people who were in aid programs earlier on in the program were saying that, in addition to other people doing the same, that JEM was also raiding food trucks and attacking food trucks and taking the food. Is that true?
This is absolutely wrong.
Really?
JEM has never been attacking convoys of food or humanitarian aid. We, in fact, we have the best record according to the international community and the United Nations by giving JEM a clear certificate that JEM had in fact cooperated with the United Nations, with NGOs, of even bringing vehicles that were stolen by other bandits. That was very clear.
And the other thing we heard from people was that, in common with other parts of this tragedy of Darfur, but that JEM is one of the people who do sometimes use child soldiers. Is that true?
This is an accusation we fully refute. We have never used and will never use child soldiers. What has been shown by the Sudan government is they rounded up Darfurians who were originally on the streets and they brought them as child soldiers. And now I can tell you honestly, there had been a video that's been released yesterday showing how atrocious the Sudan security forces have inflicted heavy beatings, heavy torture, and it is the cries of the children and the screaming. It makes you have a heartbreak. That was only yesterday.
Only yesterday.
Yeah.
In addition to that, in terms of as you look at the future, is it a situation? Some people say there can only be a political solution in Darfur. There can never be a military solution. But But you don't agree with that, given what you were saying about Omdurman? I mean, do you think the only solution will be a military one, or is there a possibility of your agreeing a peace deal with the current government?
We have said time and time again, Darfur problem, or what is Sudan problem in Darfur, is a political problem. It cannot be sorted militarily. That is why we engaged ourselves right from the beginning in peace process, in settlement, even though when Abuja was concluded, we were not interested in it because its provisions were not right. Till at this moment, we are pursuing a peaceful settlement for this problem, but it is the Sudan government that wants to settle it militarily. And unfortunately for them, they put us in a situation where we have no option other than to pursue the military course to bring them back to peace. That's our objective.
I see. And so that in that situation, you may have to do other, ironically enough, you may have to do other raids like you did Omdurman in order to bring them to the peace table, you think?
That's for sure. And we have said, even before we went into Omdurman, we warned the government 6 months ago. Our decision to take Khartoum was made on the 27th of October last year. And they knew of this. They knew that we are coming, but they did not take us seriously. Exactly the same thing as when we went into El Fashir, the capital of Northern Darfur, on the 24th of April 2004. We warned them 6 months, but they thought we were joking. And now, in front of you, I tell you that we are going back if they have not come to their sense and settled this politically.
You're going back, but you'll give them how long? 6 months?
This is for us. The political decision is made. It is up to the military to execute our decision.
Thank you very much for being with us. We thank you.
Thanks.
Well, what do you think? If we are to go back to the Sudan, Darfur, in a year from now, will we find things any better? I think we might. We'll just hope. Goodbye for now.